Ever notice how some people in your life just seem to have it out for you? Like you didn't do anything to them, no drama, no big fight, but they gossip, they side-eye, they low-key hope you stumble, and you're left thinking, what did I even do? Turns out, you probably didn't do anything. And the old Russian writer Leo Tolstoy actually explained why this happens in a way that's almost too real. Once you hear these 3 reasons, you'll stop trying to please them because you'll see it was never about you in the first place. Reason 1. Your self-respect shows them their lack of it. This one stings. You don't beg for attention. You don't overshare your drama. You don't chase after validation like it's the last cookie. You say no. You walk away from nonsense. You have calm, clear boundaries. And here's the brutal truth. Your quiet self-respect feels like an insult to people who have none. Tolstoy believed that people get deeply unsettled when they're face-to-face with a living example of who they could be, but choose not to become. You're not judging them. You're not even speaking about it. But your very presence silently says, I don't have to live the way you live. And that message, it burns. So instead of looking inward, they rewrite the story. They call you cold, arrogant. They say you think you're better than everyone else. No, you're just better to yourself. And to someone who betrays themselves every day, that feels like a crime. That's why people get weird when you stop oversharing. That's why they get annoyed when you don't react emotionally. Your peace makes insecure people uneasy. You didn't attack them, you just reminded them. Reason 2, your growth threatens their comfort zone. People love you when you're struggling. They'll cheer you on when you're trying. But the moment you actually start improving, the moment you level up, the room gets quiet. You start dressing better, thinking clearer, carrying yourself differently. Suddenly, the old jokes don't land. The support feels thin. Why? Because your growth holds up a mirror. Tolstoy wrote that people don't fear failure as much as they fear being outgrown by someone close to them. Strangers don't mind your success, but people who knew your old version, your progress forces them to ask a question they've been avoiding. What have I been doing with my life? And instead of answering honestly, they choose resentment. They downplay your effort. They say, you've changed. Of course you changed. That was the whole point. But to them, your evolution feels like a betrayal because you stopped matching their level of stagnation. That's why old friends sometimes drift away. That's why some people secretly want you to fail again. Your growth breaks the comforting illusion that staying stuck is normal. Reason 3, your authenticity ruins their performance. Most people are acting happy, acting confident, acting like they've got it all together. Then you show up real. You're honest about what you want. You don't fake enthusiasm. You don't nod along just to be liked. And without saying a word, you expose the performance. Tolstoy thought people wear social masks because truth demands responsibility. When someone nearby lives authentically, it threatens the mask itself. Your realness doesn't inspire them, it destabilizes them. Now they have to pretend harder, laugh louder, perform better, and that's exhausting. So they start avoiding you, calling you too intense or too serious. What they really mean is, you make me uncomfortable because I'm not honest with myself. That's why some people only like you when you're quiet. That's why they get irritated when you speak with confidence. Truth scares people who survive on illusion. Here's the uncomfortable realization. If nobody dislikes you, you're probably living very safely. Not truthfully, not bravely, just safely. Tolstoy understood that being genuinely good, self-aware, and authentic doesn't make you universally loved. It makes you selectively respected and quietly resented. Once you accept this, something shifts. You stop over-explaining. You stop shrinking. You stop trading your peace for approval. You realize their dislike isn't a sign you need to change. It's proof you're doing something right. You weren't rejected. You were revealed. So remember, the same qualities that make some people uneasy will make the right people respect you deeply. Some will never clap for you, not because you're wrong, but because your existence challenges the story they tell themselves to sleep at night. The path to being yourself was never meant to be crowded. It was meant to be clear. Clear of noise, clear of approval seeking, clear of opinions that were never yours to begin with. Don't rush to fill the silence. Build in it. Become unmovable in it. Because once you stop needing permission to be yourself, life stops negotiating with you. And that's a freedom no quiet resentment can ever take away.